Hey, hi everyone, Gail here from gailbottomleyonline.com, and today I want to talk to you about this amazing social website that everyone's talking about. I'd also want to say to you that there's a lot of people saying that you're going to make huge amounts of money from this particular site, and I want to say that I don't actually believe a lot that what's going around. In fact, just recently, a couple of days ago, I saw someone promoting a product to be able to, a training product in Pinterest, and interestingly enough, they are saying that they're making over $10,000 a week. And actually, when I go and look at their Pinterest site, interestingly enough, they've only got something like 40 followers. So I'm very suspicious. So what I'm going to do today is give you a bit of an overrun on this amazing site called Pinterest. And because I'm using it, and a lot of people selling products, but they're not actually using it, I am actually using it. And what have I noticed? Have I made lots of sales? No, I haven't. Not that I can say directly, but I'm getting a lot of traffic to my main website from it. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, I'd like more traffic, but I'm getting some traffic, and I think that's pretty cool. But this is a great social website, and as I said, it's called Pinterest, and some of you have heard about it. Some of you are actually taking part in it. But what you do have to know with Pinterest is you have to be invited. So if you have not been invited as yet, let me know, and I will invite you. Now, am I going to say you're going to make millions of dollars with this, or even thousands? No, I'm not going to say that. But I'm just going to show you how you can use it best to promote yourself or your product, or just to have a bit of fun. Okay, you don't always have to sell on it, but here we go. So Pinterest. And what is Pinterest? Well, it's a series, it's a place where you go and you have a series of boards, if you like. And when it first came out, a lot of people used it for vision boards. In fact, my children, all 3 girls, are getting married within the year, so they're madly using Pinterest. Every time they see a lovely wedding dress or a great cake or shoes or whatever it is, they're actually pinning it to their Pinterest wall. And then what's happening is other people are seeing it and they're pinning it to their walls or repinning it around to other people. So it's a different ball game to Facebook, because you don't have to write anything, you don't have to do anything, you just have to click a little button and it pins things to walls. I'm going to show you it in just a moment. There are a couple of lookalike sites that look like Pinterest. One's called Friendsheet and the other's called Manteresting.com. So, and that's specifically for men. So let's just go and have a quick look at the old Pinterest and Manterest as well. Now, here's my Pinterest site. So if you just go to Pinterest.com, it'll look a little different to this. And as I say, you need to be invited. So you get invited, and then you set up your little profile, you put your picture up here and any other information that you want to put in here. And you set it all up in here. Now, once you're in Pinterest, of course, you can start to invite friends, and that's pretty simple. So you can click on the Invite Friends button. And you can use Facebook, or you can use your Gmail account. So if you click on your Gmail account, it'll bring all those people that are sitting in your Gmail account, and it'll bring them all through. If you click on Facebook, it'll do the same thing. It'll load all your Facebook friends in here, and then you can actually invite them all to join Pinterest. Or the ones that are already in Pinterest, you can actually mass follow them. And then if you want to send an invite to a friend specifically, you can just go to where I went to first and put their email address in. So then we have the boards and we have the likes and the pins. Now, if we come into my Pinterest site, you'll see here that I have Gail's Infographics. There's 48 pins. In other words, there's 48 boards in there. So let's go and have a look. If you're into infographics, you'll love these. They're fantastic. So here we have 48 different pins. That means there's 48 different boards all put up here. So there's 48 in this particular one. So we'll go back here to me and we'll bring up all the other ones. And then I've got I Love This, then Learn Internet Marketing, then Marketing Your Business, and Cafes and Coffee. This one's got 16, this one's got 9, this one's 29, this one's 28. That's how many different things that I've got pinned on to this particular wall. So if you think of it as a big pin board or a big pin board sticking on your wall. These are little pictures that I've actually poked up and pinned up onto the wall here. Now, what happens is that a lot of people who are following me will come into here and they'll see the different things that I've pinned up on my wall, and then they will repin them either on their walls, or well, on their walls, and then other people see them and then they get repinned and repinned and repinned. Now, if you take a look at this one here, this is one that I did on my iPad. So I wrote this on a program I have on my iPad, and then I click the little button at the bottom and the button that turns it on at the top, and you just hold them down momentarily and it takes a photo. Okay, so it takes a photo of what's actually happening on your iPad. So I took the photo, then I have put it into PowerPoint and just added the little bits and pieces on the back. So that's all I did for that. And then what's happened is you come down here, and this one didn't get many repins. This had 1 repin and 2 likes. Okay, so it wasn't that popular, but that's okay. I'm going to show you some other ones. There's this one here. You can see this is also on my iPad. I did this on my iPad. I just wrote it on there, and I sent it up to up into well, actually I sent it up, saved it first and then sent it up here into Pinterest. And you'll see down here that it's actually had 92 repins, that 92 people took that particular thing and they repinned it. It's had 17 likes. Now, how cool is that? And I want to show you one more. As you can see that I'm using this and people are taking part. This one here has had 20 repins and 3 likes. Now, you'll see this one here. This is another iPad one, and you'll see down here that this particular one has had something like 600 repins, 613 repins. 613 people took this particular thing that I put up and repinned it. It's had 178 likes, and also I think it had a few comments. It does have a number of comments under here as well. So this was really well liked. People liked this. Plus, it had 28 likes on Facebook, and it was tweeted out as well. Now, do you think that that's a cool idea? It gets a lot of traffic. So what happens when people come here? Well, as I haven't actually got anything set up properly yet to monetize this, people are just coming back here, and what I've done is I've put my Facebook page down here. Well, actually just my Facebook profile, so people can come back to my profile, and that's increasing my profile. I've got so many new people now who have joined me on my Facebook profile. Now you might think, well, is that worth it? Well, yeah, I've got a very, very active Facebook, and when I put something up, you know, things happen. So I put this up on my Facebook, and it had like 60 or 70 comments, about 45 shares on Facebook. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm sending them back there. And also, of course, with Facebook, you can actually email the people on your Facebook. So that's what I'm doing with this particular one. And you can see different ones have had different responses. And this one here, 283 repins, 14 comments, and 94 likes. So that was pretty cool. And you get to know what people like and what they'll take part in. And I think that's a pretty good way to find out also what people are interested in. Now, here's my, this is for marketing your business, one of my websites that I have. And so what I do is I pin things from my website. So whenever I write something or I put a picture or a video, I just pin it straight up to here onto this particular site. Now, how do I do that? Well, it's pretty easy. There's 2 ways that you can do this. Now, this is my Learn Internet Marketing. This is from my website here. And you'll see that I've got something on here for sale. You can sell stuff on here. And I've got a video on here. I've got pictures, videos, all sorts of things that I've put up here. Now, how do you do this? Well, this is pretty simple, really. There's 2 ways that you can do it. One, I can go to my website here, and I can go down here to Best Affiliate Program. Let's click on there. And this is the Best Affiliate Program write-up that I have here, all right? So it's all here, video, pictures, all that sort of thing. Now, I've got a little, when you join Pinterest, there's a little button that you can just drag up here and put onto your particular browser, and there's Pin It. So if I click on Pin It, what happens is it brings up all the pictures on my website. And so I can come down here and find the particular picture that I want. And first of all, I'll grab that link there, copy it. And I might think, I think I'll pin this. So we click on there, pin this, and then it goes up to this little thing here. I'm not putting it in cafes and coffee. I'm going to put it in Learn Internet Marketing. I'm going to put this little thing in here, paste it in here. But before I do that, I might just put something above it. But let me just copy this section here. I think I can do all that much. It does tell you how much you can and can't do. So let's just pop that in. I've got 400 and a minus, so I need to take some out, don't we? So what you do is you just get it to the right amount of letters and things in there. Let's just get that down. We'll get rid of that and that. And now we're probably about right. Oh, it says we've still got too many, so let's just drag that up there. We can take out a bit more, can't we? So we'll probably go through, and I don't really want to do this on here, but let's just get that rid of that. And now we've got plenty here. So I'm going to tweet it out as well. I'm not going to Facebook it. I'll give you another little tip about that later. And I'm going to pin it. And oh, I don't know why it's got $100 on there, but we'll go and delete that off. So see your pin. Somewhere or other I've actually added $100 in there. Not quite sure why. Well, we'll just go through here and take it out. It's somewhere in here. Percentage of income. So it's added $100 there. So we'll get, I see. Yes. So we'll take that out. Wherever it sees $1, it's going to put it in. And now you can see it's got my web link in here, my URL. And that's all in there. And there's the writing, there's the picture, and I just go save pin. And that's really it. So that's pretty simple, right? So that's in there now. That's one way of adding a pin. Another way is you go add, and you can upload a pin. So you can find something on your computer or something somewhere. Let's find something funny, shall we? I've got a funny thing here. Let's just go in here and see what we can find. I'll just add this. It's not very funny. It's not all that good, really. And I'm going to put I love this. And I'll just put interesting. Okay, I'm not going to tweet it or anything like that. I'm just going to do that. So that's done now. And I could put a web address in here if I wanted to. Now, if I want to add any more edits, I can just click on the edit button here. I can add a link in here, and if I wanted to, I could add my Facebook in here. I could put in here whatever I want, but I'm just going to leave it just as it is. Alright, so we're going to go back to my front page here, and there's the one I've just added. Alright, so that's pretty simple really, isn't it? So there it is right there. And the other one that I added, it is back here, right there. That's the other one I added. Now, how do you repin? Wow, now that's a good question. You can go to anybody's website, and if you've got a pin it button, you can just press that pin it button. Now, you'll also notice that on here, right down the bottom here, is that I have the pin button here, Pinterest button. Oops, sorry. There it is right there. And I can post it to Pinterest. So I've made sure that I've added that in as well. So that's easy, isn't it? So that's all you need to do. It's a very simple process to make sure you have these buttons on your website. And you can see there's my Pinterest there. So if you want to, you can come to gailbottomleyonline.com, click on there, and you'll go straight to my Pinterest account. So that makes it all easy, and having the buttons there. Now, if I want to go and search for something that I'm interested in, I might go to wedding shoes, let's say, and I'll go and have a look there and just see what comes up. And so this is what comes up, right? So it doesn't matter what your interest might be, you will find something on here. I am absolutely sure that you could repin. So I'm going to put up here coffee. and just see what we can come up with. Coffee. See if I can find something to pin onto my wall. So I'm just going to go repin. That looks pretty good. Made with hot coffee. I'm going to put it in my cafes and coffee, and I'm just going to pin it. I'm not going to Facebook it. So so I go back to here, and you'll notice now that down in my cafes, there it is right there. Now, what some people are doing, and it's up to you if you want to. So if you had a particular website that was maybe selling, I don't know, chocolate, anything to do with coffee, what you can do is you can come in here, edit, and see these people that's got their website in there. So that's going to link back, that picture's going to link back and give them a great link back to their website. Now, if you want, well, I would think twice about it, but you could put your own link in here. But I would think twice about it because someone will do it to you. Remember, what goes around comes around. So you could leave it there or you could take it out. That's entirely up to you. But this, what I would do is if I had something that was relevant to this that I could sell, I would be putting it up here. I would put my link up here rather than in there. So just be careful what you do and how you treat other people's things that you are repinning. Just be very careful. Another thing I want you to be careful of is if you find a great picture, like say something like this one here. Oh, sorry, let me just click on here. Let me go up here, edit it. So you've got this great picture here. Now right down the bottom they actually have their link within here. Don't be taking away the picture and then, you know, putting it into say Paint Shop or something like that and taking away all their details off here. That is really unfair. What you should do is leave it as it is and put your own details underneath. That is a better idea. And see their link is here. I've left their link there, but I've put my link up into here. So I think that's the fair way of doing it. So just be really careful about taking other people's stuff. And as I mentioned in a moment, just be careful that you give credit where credit is due. Now remember, I said before there were other sites that started up that looked very similar. Here's one here called Monetizing. This is for men, of course. So if you're a man, you're watching this and, oh, there's nothing for us, you know, Pinterest looks more like a female thing. Well, here's your one, right? So it's just monetizing.com. And there's Friendsheet as well. But Friendsheet, actually, nothing comes up on that at the moment. I'm just not quite sure how to work it. So there's that one as well. Now, if we come back to here, how could you use this to make money? Well, you can use it to make money, but you have to be really, really careful with it, that you don't continually sell, which I'll bring up in just a moment. But you can, if you have an interest in quilts, then you could have books on here from Amazon, and you could have them link back or link to a website. So, and I want to show you a little idea of what you can do, but just want to say too, there's more training coming on this. But we put up a very quick website here. It's a very specific theme that we're using right here. And what we do is you can send people from here, from your Pinterest. Let's say we'll learn internet marketing. That's easy because I'm going to send people back to my main website. But if you're selling things from Amazon and you're wondering, well, where can I send them? Well, you can put up a very simple website like this, and we'll give you some training on this with our training program. And you can put up a very simple website like this. So the people click on your picture. Let's say they click on a picture here when they're inside here. They click on this picture. It might be a picture of some clothing or whatever it is. They click on there and they go back to this particular website. That looks a little like Pinterest, doesn't it? So you could come here and come down here. It says read more. So you click on there. And if this was something you were selling, like, I don't know, a wedding dress or a big TV or a camera, whatever it is, they'd come back here. The picture would be here. You'd have more information here. And you'd have a big buy now button, and that would link back, say, to Amazon or something like that. So it's pretty simple, and you're not really having to do SEO or anything on this. This is strictly, this website is to send people from your Pinterest site back into here. So each one of these goes back to a post. Now the good news with this particular one is you can continually put pictures on here. You could have 20 or 30 pictures on here, and it could be clothing, it could be sunglasses, could be shoes, could be TVs, anything that you want to promote. And so you can put pictures up here of interest to people, and when they click on them, they go straight back to a website that looks like this, and it's so simple to set this up. And so that's some part of the training that I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. So really cool. Will you make thousands of dollars? I don't know. I just don't know. But the traffic that's coming from here is pretty amazing. Now I want to show you something else while I'm here, just a little bit of proof so that you can see that I'm not talking through a hole in my head, as they say. I have got 249 followers here on Pinterest. Now I want to show you something else. Under Gail's infographics, I have got 513 followers. Okay, so I've got a lot of followers there as well. I love this. I have got 509 followers in this particular one. As far as my Learn Internet Marketing goes, I'm not sure how many I've got there. Oh, I've got 500 followers there. So people like and they repin. I don't think I have too many in here, I'm not sure. That was 508. And on my coffee one, I'm not really too sure what I've got there. So on this one, I've got 487 followers. So it's not too many on these particular ones. But let me tell you that if you have this set up to receive an email every time someone repins, you're going to have a lot of emails. So I've actually turned that off, because you can imagine if I've got 600 or 700 or 800 repins, that's an awful lot of emails. So you do need to be careful and turn that off. So this is Pinterest. That's how you do it. It's pretty simple. You can add new things by just pressing that button. You can create another board here. That's simple. You can do all these little details here, fit all these details in, and you've got a fair bit of things in there to have a look at as well. And you can start finding friends, as I've shown you. This is a fantastic little theme, and we'll show you in the training what the theme is and how to use it. And this is interesting for those of you who are interested in doing that. And I've shown you how to use the pin button here and how you can use it on any site, and I mean any site. I'm not sure if it works on pin on here though. Let me see if this works. Oh, there you go. Yes, it does work. So you can pin anything. You can see what they have on their boards here. You can pin anything from here as well. So that's all pretty simple with that. Now let's go back here to the PowerPoint. We've got the lookalike sites, as we've said. Now this is interesting. Pinterest sent more people to websites than Google+, LinkedIn, YouTube combined. Isn't that just interesting? People are loving this really simple way of being able to promote products, or being able to just set up their own little vision boards, or have their own little boards of pictures and things that they like. And they don't have to really do much to take part, which is absolutely fantastic as well. That's Pinterest. It's just amazing. Now, what are the good things that that people are interested on Pinterest? Well, clothing is one of them. Sunglasses, anything to do with animals. So if you sell anything like animal clothing, which you, from memory, Amazon sells products, clothing for animals. Now imagine if you could set up a Pinterest board all with pictures of cute little animals wearing these cute little outfits, and then you could send them back to the website where you have products maybe from Amazon or any other drop shipping company. So anything to do with animals. And look at the next thing, anything to do with children, the same things, products, toys, educational products. Anything to do with food. Food is huge. Quotes. Now, I've got this great quote thing going on, as you can see, and I'm thinking, what am I going to sell? So I haven't really monetized it yet because I have no clue. I could go sell some quote books, I don't know. But we'll wait and see. I'm not too worried about that right yet. Then we've got infographics as well. If you're a company that made infographics or wrote infographics, then maybe you could monetize it. And shoes, anything to do with shoes. I mean, these are things that they say that most of the people on Pinterest are women, although I think men are coming in fast. So anything to do with any of those, and you'll probably find a few other things that will go quite well, in quilting and crafts, scrapbooking, things like that as well. Anything to do with weddings, that's huge on Pinterest as well. If you sell to people, you will get banned. So don't spam people's boards by leaving them comments, and in the comments just having a whole pile of spam. Come back to my website because I sell this and that. And don't take off people's web addresses necessarily. So just be very careful about that. I always have the rule, what goes around comes around, you know. Give credit where credit is due, and share the pins. So if someone has got something on their site, like I showed you before, just share it. Just repin it. And we call it repin, of course, in Pinterest. It's shared in Facebook. So just repin the pins and share the love. And just as I said, be careful when linking to Facebook, because if you're in Pinterest and you like, 25 different things, they're all going to show up on your Facebook. And so that's why I said to be very careful. You could have it linked in, but have it so that it doesn't show up in your timeline all the time, and make sure that you unclick the Facebook button so it's not constantly there. So that's really it about Pinterest and what I want to tell you about. But apart from an amazing training, I was going to put together my own, but I have this other one that is just fantastic. And at the time that I'm sharing this with you, it's well under $20. And it is fantastic. I've never seen such great training on Pinterest, and especially under $20. So I'm going to recommend it, and the link will be on my site, on the particular blog post where I put this video. But I suggest you get it if you want to know any more, and you want to know how to link up your Pinterest with that particular WordPress theme that I showed you and how it all works together. The training is fantastic. If you work with the offline market, then you must get this training as well, because in the training they show you exactly how to use Pinterest on the offline market, people with offline markets as well. It can link it all into a website. And all the very best to you as you use Pinterest. This is Gail here from Gail Bottomley Online. Hope you found this interesting. Whether you buy the product or not, I hope you have enough information to make Pinterest work for you and get some great traffic back to your main websites. All the best, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.